Hello. Hello. Recording my inner monologue. Recording everything I want to say.
Been feeling pretty alone with my thoughts lately. I was curious how speaking my whole inner monologue out loud would feel.
This is so annoying already.
It took me a while to stop planning what I was going to say before I said it, to try and actually match the pace of my thoughts. The tricky thing is there were those thoughts that happen before my inner monologue gets going, just stray reactions to things. Oh, dishes becomes, I should really do those dishes today, faster than I can verbalize it. And sometimes the monologue doesn't have time to get started at all, it just moves on before I have one truly coherent thought. Like when I'm doing something that requires focus, that inner monologue just doesn't form. My brain is in pure observation mode.
When I am doing something, there's not that much difference between narrating it and what's going on in my head. I am just doing this.
And that's the appealing part of watching something too, or listening to something. I am always listening to something. Why am I so afraid of being alone with my thoughts? It is so embarrassing that when I'm watching TV and I need to go to the bathroom, I put a headphone in and start a podcast right as I pause the TV. Like Indiana Jones with a sandbag. Except instead of getting chased by a big boulder, the consequence of my failure is 1 nanosecond alone with my boring thoughts. Yeah, give me the boulder any day. Nah, I shouldn't wish for that.
Gosh, the strangest thing about today will be that I'm not listening to something, truly.
This is such a shitty place to walk, but I really need to see another human being today. I just hate walking in snow. How does Santa do it? I mean, obviously he's got the sleigh, but he doesn't take that everywhere. It's just his car. What was that, Tim Allen? The Santa Claus. That was way too smart of a pun for a kid's movie. I did not get that shit at all. What was I thinking about? Recording my inner monologue. It felt sometimes like I was just narrating my life, and that's different from an actual inner monologue, I think. I caught myself trying to say funny things that I could use in a video someday, and that's not a genuine inner monologue, is it? That's more like brainstorming and taking notes. It's not a real glimpse into my psyche. It felt a lot like streaming, just saying stream of consciousness nonsense to escape the entertainment void of silence. Stream of consciousness. That's kind of smart. I should use that for something.
I don't know where my teammates were on that. Now this is where it's no effort to vocalize my inner monologue while gaming. It's my fucking default. It's what I have to stop myself from doing.
Deep, introspective thoughts like, that was a headshot, or how was that a headshot? So embarrassing. But when I knew I was being recorded, I shied away from those angry outbursts a little more than usual, because I know how embarrassing it is. I was getting pissed off at the dumbest game I could possibly be playing.
Can anybody do one thing? Can one person do one thing on my team? Remember, chastising children that I'm playing Roblox with.
And losing at that put me in such a shitty mood. Playing Beat Saber right after, I just didn't even want to engage with it.
It's foolish to be playing this game when I have nothing but hate in my heart for it. Every time I miss a note, I say, good. Your game is stupid. I didn't want to hit it.
It's so childish, man. Is that why I've been so disinterested in video games lately? Because they reveal my dumbest self? No, I'm always churning out stupid thoughts. What was that new term for morning wood I came up with? Horny. That's still pretty good. Wait, am I horny right now? Nah, I'm just bored. What was I thinking about? Damn, I'm having an ADD flare-up today. Is that a thing? It feels like a thing. I definitely over-evaluate my own thoughts. What thoughts I should and shouldn't be having. Not to over-evaluate this thought now, but that is so dumb. I can't control my thoughts. The recording made crystal clear how fast those thoughts pop up, and they either turn into a monologue or they just disappear. Like tears in rain. Oh my god, Blade Runner had the most god-awful inner monologue. When we accidentally watched the theatrical cut where the studio made them add voiceover explaining everything twice, horrible.
Replicants weren't supposed to have feelings. Neither were Blade Runners. What the hell was happening to me?
And people thought Harrison Ford tanked the recording intentionally so it wouldn't get used, but then he was like, no, that's just how I act. Inner monologues in movies are nothing like the real thing. Not that they should be. They're a narrative device to get you inside the character's head. A realistic inner monologue in a movie would be ridiculous, just full of clunky filler and weird tangents. Isn't tangent a math thing? I wonder if I'll ever use a graphing calculator again. Have I held a graphing calculator for the last time? I watched that Alfred Hitchcock movie, Murder! I think that was the first use of inner monologue in a movie. This dude was looking in a mirror and they just played his recorded dialogue on set because the technology wasn't there to just put it in the movie later. He has that big revelation.
Who drank that brandy?
That is honestly more realistic than most inner monologues. That realization popping into his head randomly. Except it's not very often a pivotal clue for a mystery. It's usually my millionth time remembering a mistake I made when I was 8 years old. What was that Charlie Kaufman movie about Charlie Kaufman writing a movie? Adaptation. That was probably the most believable inner monologue I've seen. And there's just so much of it. It really captures the headspace and inability to escape a mental block you're trapped in.
All I do is sit on my fat ass. If my ass wasn't fat, I would be happier. I wouldn't have to wear these shirts with the tails out all the time.
He just hates himself so much. The inner monologues felt like they were written completely effortlessly. Is it mean to Charlie Kaufman to say that? Maybe it wasn't effortless at all, and I'm projecting. Wait, did I subconsciously steal the I'm so fat part in my banana peel video from Adaptation? Or maybe I stole it from When I Thought It every single day. Leo? No, Adaptation invented hating your body, for sure. 2002 was when that started for everyone.
Need to face this project head on.
And God help you if you use voiceover in your work, my friends. God help you. It's flaccid, sloppy writing.
That's the scene I'll always remember most from that movie. It's such a fun little meta bit that works so well within the story. It's so weird that the real guy that actor is playing doesn't actually teach or believe that. I remember reading that he was okay with it though. Would I be okay with that if somebody put me in a movie saying stuff I didn't believe? You gotta really respect art to not have a problem with that. Do I respect art enough? I respect Dexter, kind of, even though it's incredibly stupid. Dexter, the serial killer who only kills other serial killers. 8 seasons of that. Are there more fictional serial killers than real ones? There must be. They're just so easy to invent. What if there was a guy who cut out people's eyeballs and put them in his soup? The newspapers are calling him the spooky eye guy. It's effortless. I just think it actually is a good example of how to use inner monologue well. Dexter's like half inner monologue, and it has to be. It needs to be so intimately from his point of view. The show would make no sense without it. It'd be so hard to understand his motivation. He's just so different in his head from how he acts day to day, so it reminds you of where he's really at and the normal front he's putting on. Isn't everybody a little like Dexter in that way? All we are is our inner monologue. The stuff we tell ourselves that no one else hears. That's infinitely more real than the person we present to the world. Oscar Wilde once said, "He who would—" Oh, my ass! Oh, my ass! My fucking ass! Oh, I hit my ass. Comedies love to mess around with inner monologues too, like that part in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
He'd report us at once to some kind of outback Nazi law enforcement agency and they'll run us down like dogs. Jesus, did I say that? Or just think it?
I've seen the accidentally outer monologuing joke probably a dozen times, but I think it makes the most sense as a consequence of someone being catastrophically high. Was that movie a comedy though? People definitely acted weird in it. I used to think Johnny Depp was a good actor, but I don't know. Is good acting really just flapping your arms around while you pretend to be a weird guy? Kinda, yeah. There's that bit in Airplane.
I've got to concentrate. Hello? Hello? Echo.
That is a weird technique. Why would an inner monologue have so much echo? Just to make it sound different than when the character's speaking? Is it to convey how the thoughts are in his skull in a closed space? I guess it kind of works for that. But there should be different levels of echo for whether people are smart or not. Lots of echo for someone who's a real airhead, you know? That way it tells you more about the character. That's actually a pretty good idea. Scrubs uses the inner monologue every episode, sometimes for comedy, but mostly for sentimental moments. JD always wraps up the episode super neatly. It's like a writing cheat code. The A plot is about infidelity, and the B plot is about a nurse strike, and the C plot is about the cafeteria being out of food, and JD just goes, "Sometimes you want things, but don't have them. But it's the things you don't want you sometimes have the most." And I say, wow, that's so true. That was a great episode. Autoplay another, please. But is he supposed to be inner monologuing or just voiceovering? He seems to know what's going on in everyone else's lives and how to tie up their stories, but there are definitely jokes where he's monologuing in his head and other characters notice. So I guess he's more of a god figure. Like Deadpool, that whole guy is an inner monologue. Or does he always talk out loud? I don't know. Maybe I should watch Deadpool again. Well, no. God, what's going on with Ryan Reynolds? Truly one of the biggest sellouts of all time. He has millions of adoring fans, and all he does on his YouTube channel is post commercials. That could never be me, I don't think. Why don't rich people ever have enough money? Austin Powers had an accidentally outer monologuing bit.
How do I tell them that because of the unfreezing process, I have no inner monologue?
Mike Myers. Now there's a guy who did it right. Make the love guru say, my bad, and leave the entertainment business forever. Oh wait, no, he did that Wayne's World Super Bowl ad this year. Eat local, what a scam. Uber Eats ripping off local restaurants and then donating a tiny fraction to charity to absolve themselves of blame. Infuriating. Man, the more I let myself think about things, the more mad I get, really. Earnest inner monologues in media are a nice narrative tool. It's kind of the deepest level of insight you can get into a character. And I take it for granted with books, always having that level of understanding of the protagonist's thoughts. I mean, if the book is in first person. Why are there books written in third person, honestly? What's the point of a book written in third person? Just Wikipedia-ass writing. That's not really a fleshed out thought. Don't share that with anyone. I'm tired and cold, but goddamn, I just need to talk to someone today. I've been so alone. Landing here, it's so painfully isolated. It's been months since I've been anywhere near a human being. I don't know why I go to the places I do, but it seems designed to frustrate me. That river's kind of nice, I guess. Interesting how Jesus walked on water, but so did Luigi. And Chris Angel, actually. Jesus is getting outdone. He needs to do something even cooler. Like surfing on land. Oh my god, shut up. What's the takeaway from me recording my inner monologue? Is there anything I can learn from that before I forget to ever think about it again? Recording myself really did help me allow myself to think. Not the recording part so much as the finally allowing myself to think part. And that was nice. Listening back to it, there were plenty of little things I noticed. Like how I always seem to give my thoughts in the moment a little too much credit.
Oh, the fact that somebody commented that pisses me off. Oh, I can't get over that. That is gonna stick with me.
I don't even remember what that comment was now, or if it was on something I made or not. I certainly have no interest in figuring it out now. I'm gonna let that one go.
That's the thing, I still feel like I'm recording my response to my inner monologue more than my inner monologue.
I couldn't shake that feeling. It was hard to really say thoughts as they came to me. It's effort to vocalize, as it turns out. Maybe I should get my research on this published.
And disease you don't deserve to get, I guess. I'll save that draft and never send it.
There were other things like that I absolutely did not learn but was reminded of, like how I always fall into pointless online rabbit holes when I know my time would be better spent on more fulfilling activities.
Oh, they've got a Patreon. Ooh, I bet they don't show the money they get. They knew it.
And that my instinct is still to turn on some entertainment whenever I'm about to be confronted with my own thoughts.
The real reason I put, well, not the real reason, but the reason I tell myself is that I'm about to go to the bathroom. I better put a headphone in so I don't get bored. That's what it is.
I don't know why I fear my inner monologue so much, though. If I have the hubris to think I'm entertaining enough to write and perform for other people for a living, why don't I think I'm entertaining enough to listen to my own thoughts? I did enjoy listening to myself narrate more than just thinking. That's a big takeaway from the recording. Saying my thoughts out loud helped me reach a conclusion about them. Like if I was saying it out loud, I could make it have some kind of point, rather than just one of a million fleeting thoughts a day. So I guess it helped me appreciate my inner voice a little more. And I probably should, because there's some good stuff in there, it turns out. And especially because some people don't have inner monologues at all. They think in images and concepts. I can't imagine that. I can see how that'd be better though. Unless the images were like Heathcliff strips. What the hell's going on there? Those things are inscrutable. Still don't think I enjoy my monologue more than any movie or TV show or podcast, though. Maybe that's okay. Maybe I just like being distracted more. Oh my god, my AirPods are paused. How long have my AirPods been paused? Wait, I think I'm almost through the forest. Is that the coast? Just down this way? Oh, it better not be a dead end. Oh, fuck. God damn, I'm an idiot. I'm gonna fucking die. Or break my neck and bleed out and then die. This is a dead end anyway. I'm gonna die for nothing. There's no one out here. I should have just had some patience. I would have had human contact soon enough, but now I'm alone out here. I'm gonna fall down these stairs and break my neck and die. You idiot. You fucking... That's... Huh.
Well, I love the chase till the minute I win it. A beautiful face till there's love for me in it. Give me your heart and baby I'll bill it. 'Cause I always kill the things I love. Some folk would die for the sake of another, lay down their life for their sisters and brothers. For me, sacrifice is something quite other.